welcome to Learn and Master Guitar. On this session, we're going to talk about chords. We're going to learn about what chords are the basic chords, what chords are open chords and bar chords, and the chords that every guitarist who calls himself a guitarist needs to know. Certain chords, and that's what we're going to talk about today, the intro to all of that. We're going to do some songs involving chords. In our guitar tips section, we're going to talk about sounding your best when playing chords, a little bit about strumming, that sort of thing. So I'll see you there. Okay, now the first thing you want to think of when we're doing chords is we're going to make sure we review our hand position. We talked about hand position at the very beginning. Let's kind of review what a good hand position should be. We've got our good pick position right here. We're holding our pick nice and strong. We don't want to hold it too loose. If we hold it too loose, it just doesn't work well with chords. So we want to hold our pick with a little bit of strength in it. Okay? On our left hand, we want to make sure that when we're playing these chords, that our hand is in a good balanced position. Our wrist is down. We've got a little bit of airspace here. I don't have my thumb and my wrist way up like this. I'm going to come all the way down like this. Bring that wrist down. Now, you don't need to brace when you're doing chords. We talked about bracing, and that was good when we were doing single notes and we had to figure out which string we needed to play. It doesn't work that way with chords. Chords, go ahead and cup your fingers underneath your hand, and we'll just do it without bracing. That's what we need to do when we get into strumming. Okay? The chords we're going to be talking about are open chords. What open chords are, open is telling you that there is an open string involved in the chord. Okay? Later on we're going to talk about bar chords, which are chords that do not have any open strings on them and that use one finger to cover more than one string. That's a bar. These first few that we're going to cover are open chords, and that's the ones we're going to focus on right now. So let's talk about the first set of chords. Now, in this session, we're going to learn 3 different sets of chords. I grouped them together because really of finger combinations that work well with each other. So you'll notice some are C's, some are D's, some are E's. They kind of go in between different ones, and it may be a little confusing to keep up with the names, but I did it to introduce the ones that would be the easiest first. So here's the first batch of chords that we're going to cover. Now, actually, I've already kind of snuck in the first 4 that we need to do. Way back in session 2, I believe it was, we covered a C chord. Let's review what a C chord is. The 6th string, we don't have anything on it. There's an X over that chord block. 5th string, I've got my 3rd finger. 4th string, I've got my 2nd finger. 3rd string is open. 1st finger is C on that 2nd string. And the last string is open. Let's play them all together, each note individually. Make sure they're all sounding clean and sounding out nice and strong. No buzzes. One more time. Now together. Now, sometimes it may be hard for you to grab a couple of these chords. If you want to, kind of the easy way to do some of these chords is just to take the bottom half of the chord. In this one, it would just be this E, the C, and the G, the lowest 3 strings, and just play those to get you started. But ideally, we want to eventually be able to stretch our hands wide enough to get that E and that C in there, doing a full C chord. Okay? The next chord we learned was a G7th. We move our fingers up 1 string set here and down to the 1st string there. So I've got my 3rd finger, my 2nd finger, open string, open string, open string, and then my 1st finger on that 1st string. Okay, let's go note for note. One more time. Now all together. That's a G7th chord. Now, if we put them both together, we've got a C, we've got a G7th. In the last session, we learned about an A minor, which is a 5-string chord. We don't play that 6th string, it's got an X above it. We have an open A,